Hey everyone, I am Dr. Shireen Khan. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, let's talk about something that affects us all buying and selling stuff. In Malaysia, there's a whole law designed to protect us from these exact situations, the Sale of Goods Act 1957. This act lays down the ground rules for every single transaction involving goods, from that overpriced latte you got this morning to that used car you're eyeing online. So buckle up, because in this video, we're diving deep into the Sale of Goods Act 1957. We'll break down the legalese, expose the loopholes, and arm you with the knowledge you need to navigate the Malaysian marketplace like a pro. You with me? Let's go. First things first, what exactly are we dealing with here? The Sale of Goods Act 1957 is basically a rule book that governs the sale and purchase of goods in Malaysia. We're talking physical, tangible things. Your phone, your clothes, that questionable durian you bought at the market last week. Every time you buy or sell something, you're entering into a contract. And this act, this is your guide to understanding the terms of that contract, even if you never signed a thing. This law is here to protect both the buyer and the seller. It lays out the rights and responsibilities of both parties involved in a transaction. Understanding the basics of the Sale of Goods Act can save you from a world of trouble. Picture this. You walk into a store, see a beautiful vintage record player, and you just have to have it. Before you can spin those classic tunes, you've got to seal the deal, right? That's where the contract of sale comes in. A contract of sale can be as simple as a verbal agreement. You offer to buy the record player for a certain price. The seller accepts, and boom. You've got yourself a contract. Consideration means something of value is exchanged. You hand over the cash, they hand over the record player. A valid contract of sale needs three things: an offer, acceptance of that offer, and consideration. Now, let's talk about those unspoken rules, the fine print that nobody really reads but everyone should know about. These are called implied terms, and they're automatically baked into every contract of sale, even if they're not explicitly stated. First up, we have the implied term of right to sell. This means the seller is promising they actually own the goods they're selling. Then there's the implied term of description. If the seller describes the goods in a certain way, those goods better match that description. The Sale of Goods Act says that goods must be of satisfactory quality. That means they should be free from defects, fit for their intended purpose, and last a reasonable amount of time. Fitness for purpose means the goods should be fit for the purpose for which they are commonly bought, or for any specific purpose you made known to the seller. You buy a blender to make smoothies. It shouldn't just be good for making a racket. Alright, so you found the perfect item, agreed on a price, and shook hands on the deal. When does the ownership actually transfer from the seller to you, the buyer? And more importantly, when does the risk of something happening to those goods shift over? The general rule under the Sale of Goods Act is that property in the goods, meaning ownership, passes from the seller to the buyer when the parties intend it to pass. In a simple sale where the goods are identified and agreed upon, property usually passes at the time of the contract, even if delivery is later. Risk doesn't always follow ownership. Understanding the specific terms of the sale and considering things like insurance can protect you from nasty surprises down the line. Let's face it, sometimes things go wrong. You receive a faulty product, the delivery never arrives, or the seller pulls a disappearing act. What happens when the contract of sale is breached? The Sale of Goods Act has your back. If you find yourself on the receiving end of a breach, don't panic. The Act provides you with several remedies, depending on the nature of the breach and the type of goods involved. You have the right to reject the goods and demand a full refund if they don't meet the implied terms we discussed earlier. If repair is an option, you can request the seller to fix the goods within a reasonable time. In some cases, you might be entitled to claim damages for the losses you've suffered because of the breach. So, There you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the wild world of the Sale of Goods Act 1957, and hopefully you've picked up some valuable knowledge along the way. Remember, this law is here to protect you, the consumer, and empower you to navigate the marketplace with confidence. Knowing your rights is the first step to ensuring a fair and transparent transaction every time. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more informative content. And hey, if you've got any crazy shopping horror stories, share them in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and happy shopping.